Welcome everyone, I'm Mati the Hero, and today what we will be looking at is the open world stealth action sequel, Assassin's Creed 2. The game was developed by Ubisoft Montreal and released by Ubisoft, or in short, the game was made by Ubisoft. It was first released for the PS3 and Xbox 360 in November in 2009, then 7 years later, ported to the Xbox One and PS4. If it weren't obvious enough, it's the sequel of Assassin's Creed. Who would have bloody thought? I think that's enough filler for the intro. Story. As it was with AC1, AC2 operates on two lines of story that intervene with each other from time to time. The modern story follows where one left off, with Desmond seeing strange symbols on his room's wall. After freeing him from the room, Lucy orders him into the Animus to search for something that ties Desmond to the mysterious Subject 16. After the Animus does its thing, the two escape Abstergo, and Lucy takes Desmond to an undisclosed location, where he meets with the rest of our team of protagonists. Namely, Rebecca Crane.
Hey Desmond, what's up?
Just wondering what your role is in all this.
I take care of Baby. It's my job to keep her up and running.
Baby? You mean the Animus?
Actually, I prefer Animus 2.0, since Baby's twice as awesome as anything you'll find at Abstergo. The Templars might have deeper pockets than us, but they've got no ambition, no passion, no competitive edge. That's why, even with all their resources, anything they can do, I can do better. Faster, too. Anyway, take a seat when you're ready, and we can get started. I just need to make a few more adjustments.
The tech girl of the group, and then he meets Sean Hastings.
What's all this stuff for?
This stuff, Desmond. Oh, this stuff is nothing special, really, this stuff. It's just the stuff that keeps our entire operation from falling apart, really. It requires a great deal of concentration to keep it all moving, so you'll forgive me if I don't have time to play meet and greet.
Sean's in charge of maintaining our knowledge archives. It's like a digital library. He'll be riding shotgun with me while you're in the Animus. So if you come across anything of note, people, places, events, etc., he'll create database entries you can consult for additional information.
Yeah, it's not just databases, though. I also provide tactical support for the other assassins. You know, Desmond, the ones who are out there, actually doing stuff, risking their lives, little things like that.
The best character of the group.
Of course.
Deep breath.
Ah! Oh, what are you, a tiny child?
Sean!
Well,
In my opinion anyways. The bunch agreed to use the Animus as a way of training Desmond into being an actual assassin, living through the life of Subject 16 and Desmond's shared ancestor. This ancestor is the son of Florentine banker Giovanni Auditore. Ezio Auditore da Firenze story. We first join in the classiest way possible. Bert.
Spingi! Spingi! Di nuovo! Sì, brava! It is a boy.
Oh, my love. Mi dispiace, I was at the bank when they told me. Did I miss it? Am I too late? Give him here.
Giovanni.
Shh, my love. It will be all right. Tu sei un uditore. Sei un combattente. Perciò, combatti. Listen to him. A fine set of lungs.
And what shall we call him, my love?
Ezio. Ezio Auditore da Firenze.
But then, the game fast forwards a few years, and we rejoin Ezio as a young adult, defending his family's name from Vieri de Pazzi. After Ezio drops this,
Your sister
sister seemed quite satisfied with the handling I gave her earlier.
which initiates the fight between Ezio and Rieri's gangs. As a footnote, Ezio didn't have to go to the neighbor for some hammer verbal bombs.
Self-expression is vital to understanding and enjoying life. You should find an outlet.
I have plenty of outlets.
I meant besides vaginas.
Mother.
But I'm going off topic. Anywho, after the whole incident, Ezio, now joined by his brother Federico, heads to the doctor. And then Fratelli Auditore have a small race, wasting even more time. The next day, Ezio meets not only Uberto Alberti, but also Leonardo da Vinci, through running errands for his family. This synopsis is becoming a bit too long and a bit too detailed, so let's wrap it up, shall we? So, Duccio gets introduced as the series punching bag, Ezio's two brothers and father gets kidnapped by the guards, they get screwed over by Uberto, and his brothers and father die. And thus, Ezio swears revenge. I hope I didn't spoil too much. Gameplay. The difficulty is not adjustable, but in all honesty, who cares? It ain't a deal breaker. Similar to how the first game's Eagle Vision switched to first person, has an option to switch to first person just in general. Eagle Vision has been adjusted so that now you can use it while walking too, by making the game stay in third person. The game takes place in several regions of Italy, such as Venice, Florence, Monteriggioni, Forlì, San Gimignano, Tuscany to an extent, and the Vatican with a bit of Castel Sant'Angelo. The controls were made more forgiving with the timing. Synchronizing with the enemies now only recovers some of your health, as now you need to visit doctors for medicine refills and medical help. You may also find medicine on bodies. Now you can swim and also row gondolas, next to running and riding horses. Through the game you get upgrades from time to time, which are made by Leonardo. He makes these upgrades from Altair's codex pages, which can be found in-game, and you also get some of them during the story. The story ones give you the upgrades. The in-game ones grant you more health after every fort you give to Leonardo. The combat has been updated quite a bit, as you can disarm people now, have fist fights, use the civilians' everyday objects like brooms as weapons, and strafe. You can dye your clothes, buy weapons, pouch upgrades, ammo, maps, and paintings. Which reminds me, I'll let Claudia explain.
Salute, Claudia.
Our uncle is un mostro. This is outrageous.
What's happened?
He's making me work. If Father was here, I'd never be stuck behind a desk like this.
And what are the terms of this supposed enslavement?
Since someone decided we're going to stay here, Zio Mario suggested we try and find the money to repair the villa. Problem is, there isn't any.
I bet I can bring in some money.
Oh, great. More work for me. Well, benissimo. If you start paying for improvements to the town, I'll keep track of them in this book. And since I have nothing better to do, I'll also make note of any objects you bring in from the outside. If you actually get this place up and running, travelers might visit and spend money. Although I doubt anyone will want to come this far out of the city. But if they do, I'll keep the money we make in this chest. You're going to have to show up to take it to the bank yourself. Because when it gets full, I'm just going to take the extra cash for myself. Capito?
Deal.
Aside from this, the start mechanics were given some love also. You can blend in with any crowd, not just a specific group. You can dive underwater to hide, and you can sit on benches. The game has a notoriety system now that renders Ezio wanted after a number of illegal acts. You get rid of the wanted level by tearing down posters, bribery, and taking care of those bearing false witness against you. When you're wanted, the guards attack on sight. The missions were sprinkled with a bit of variety with different structuring. Missions may start as one thing and end as another. I couldn't have been more bloody specific. The game also features not so actually hidden areas, called either assassin tombs or Templar lairs. The assassin tombs contain an assassin seal of approval. An assassin seal! Needed back home at Monteriggioni to unlock the Armor of Altair, the best set of armor in the game. Along with the seal, you get some money. But to get these first, you need to beat some parkour puzzles, and maybe a few heads in. In Templar Lairs, you do the same, but you only get money. Tough luck. Graphics. Weirdly enough, I think that the cities still hold up. The models are a bit dated, but the cities themselves are still quite beautiful. Well, aside from 4D, but 4D's kinda sorta flooded. Sounds. The game's soundtrack is on point. Ezio's family has since become the theme of Assassin's Creed, with each new protagonist, or in Syndicate's case, protagonists, getting their chance of putting their spin on it. I think that says enough. Conclusion. So, what is Assassin's Creed 2? It's a great game with a story of arguable worth, with a protagonist seeking revenge but discovering much more, with good music and graphics that more or less still hold up. And so, the rating. Well, I think Assassin's Creed 2's worth 8 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed this video, and with that, goodbye.